Hello, and welcome to episode 485 of Prog Review. Today, I'm a bit late, but today we're doing Who's Next? But the Who. It was the, 45th anniversary of this 2 days ago, but it's the school holidays and it's the weekend, and I just didn't have a chance to do it, so I'm a little bit late, but better late than never. That's what we always say. It was the fifth studio album from the Oral Blue, following Tommy. And it came out of the Lifehouse project, which was meant to be another concept album in which Pete Townshend predicted the internet and virtual reality sort of thing. But yeah, only a couple of the songs from that made it onto this. Let's just look at the sleeve. It was taken at a quarry at a slag heap, and it references the monolith on 2001. Apparently, none of them could pee on the day, and had to use some water. Good old Wikipedia to emulate them urinating up the monolith. Again, it was a funny one, this, because even though you see this sleeve and you go, it took me years to realise what they were doing. I think it's because I had it on CD. The artwork's like you just focused on that and not what the little figures doing. It's only when you look at it up close like that, you go, blimey, they're all pissing up a monolith or concrete post in this instance. But who's next? Are you going to have a go? But anyway, let's not beat around the bush. This is unarguably the Who's finest album. It is their best album. You can't argue with that, and it scores 5 bargains out of 5. I've done it already. Oh God, that's it. It's all over. But no, it is just a fantastic record. It opens with. Barbara Riley, which is taken from Barbara Maher, Townshend's mystical guru fellow, and Terry Riley. Terry Riley, Rainbow and Curved Air, In C, all that stuff. The tape looping stuff, and it's a reference to what they did with the looped keyboard phrase at the beginning. Or it's also known as Teenage Wasteland. Again, it's a reference to the Lifehouse project, which Townshend, I think, did actually release in the late 90s in a big box. It was too much money back then. I was working, I couldn't afford it. But I remember that coming out and thinking, but no, I never got around to that one. Then we're going to Bargain, and I love Bargain. Bargain's a good one. Again, all of these songs, they're like classic Who songs. They get to the point. Great one. I love that track. Love Ain't for Keeping. It's probably it's the shortest track on the record. Again, they strip it down. It was meant to be an electric version, but they strip it down to a very acoustic, almost a ballad kind of thing. But that's great. But my personal favourite is My Wife. I always like the Entwistle songs, and again, it's a little anti-ballad to upsetting the missus. We've all done it. We've all put our foot in it, haven't we, with the missus? And this is indeed the song for that. And what I love about this track is Entwistle's brass, because he plays the brass on these songs, and it's the ba ba dun 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 the ba ba. Just love those little staccato phrases that really lift the song. I've always liked that one. Did they play that one? Oh no, it's Heaven and Hell they play live at Leeds. I always get them mixed up. But that was another Entwistle song. Side 1, if you listen to it on the old vinyl, ends with The Song Is Over, which again is a lovely track. And again, you get another waft of Lifehouse with the pure and easy refrain at the end of that, which is pretty cool. Then we flip it over and Getting in Tune. Okay, another great track. But what I like about this album, humour. Lots of humour on this track, not only with tracks like My Wife, but Going Mobile, which is a love song to caravanning. Yeah, the mobile home. That's what you have in America, isn't it? The RV. I think that's what they call them, RVs. We call them caravans. You call them RVs, but it's Townsend, wishing to throw off the shackles and just tootle around. And again, I love it. I love that track. It's again, I always like the Who tracks that have got a bit of humour in it, like this. Dogs is another one of theirs that I always enjoy. Boris the Spider, I always love those ones. And the thing about the Who, right, is I always think they've been overlooked because, we know that they've done some great songs and some great albums, but when everyone talks about like the Stones and the Beatles and these classic bands, the Who are kind of always forgotten. I think even the Kinks get mentioned above the Who these days, and I think because they've become a nostalgia act, with the passing of Moon and Entwistle, it's a great shame. They're a nostalgia act now, so I don't think their greatness is truly recognised. But on this album, it's all there. And then we get Behind Blue Eyes again, another track from the Lifehouse project. Again, it's just the lyrics. It is the lyric about about being bad, about being on the wrong path, breaking bad, and not being able to see a way out, or perceiving yourself as being bad. It's just a really sharp track. And the longest song of the album is, of course, Won't Get Fooled Again. The old boss, new boss is just like the old boss. It's a anti-revolutionary song. It's like, what's the point in having a revolution, because nothing's going to change? And again, Townsend's doing this back in 71, realising that basically all politics is bullshit. And it's taken me all this time to realise that it doesn't matter who you vote for, the government always gets in. And that's an old one, that, but we're gonna run with it. And it's true, isn't it? We can't really have a revolution because power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And it's all in that song. And it's a jolly little romp, and it winds up the album greatly. And that Daughtry scream is absolutely spine chilling and. But there isn't a weak song on the album. This is the thing, it is one great song after another and brilliantly sequenced. That's what I like about it. The album there's not an inch of fat on it. It's like a boxer. He bashes you into submission, and there are so many good ideas on it. And the use of synthesizers as well, mustn't forget that. The use of sequencing and synthesizer and looping is really ahead of its time. It's just, and it sounds odd because it's its first faltering steps of synthesizer music, but Townsend incorporates it into the songs, and that's really clever, and I really like it. And I remember hearing it, when I heard these songs when I first getting into the Who, this was blimey years ago, years and years and years ago. I used to think, a little bit cheesy, but as you learn about the music and you learn about the equipment involved, you realise that it was a big thing, and it was a very important thing using these synthesizers. And it is up there. It is one of those classic albums. This gets a Darren Lott classic album stamp, and everyone should just listen to it, buy it, own a copy of it. There was a deluxe edition. Well, there've been many deluxe editions of this with bonus tracks. I think it's the 2003 version, which is well worth getting because there's loads of extra stuff on that. Again, from the Lifehouse thing where they was at the Young Vic Theatre trying to get things together. There's lots of stuff on that, well worth. If you like that kind of thing, many of us just like the album, just like to have the album. But if you want to dig a bit deeper, I do thoroughly recommend the double. I think it's a double CD deluxe edition from 2003. Yeah, fantastic. All we need is a surround sound version of it on the Blu-rays. Well, there's never been a box set for it either, not a proper box set. But yeah, absolutely an amazing record. One of those classic albums that everyone should check out and listen to. And yeah, I've already given it its rating, so I don't need to say any more. So anyway, we'll wind it up there because breakfast needs to be made. So I've been talking about The Who and Who's Next. It was their 5th studio album from the 14th of August 1971. Good year, 71. Very good year. And yeah, and you must listen to it this very morning. Thank you for watching and listening. My name's been Darren Rock. There's only one more thing to say, and you know what that is. It is indeed Prog on.